I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but Robert Downey Jr. is coming back to the MCU. Except he's not coming back as Iron Man. He's coming back as Doctor Doom. And the truth about Doctor Doom is we're all really curious about how this is going to go down. So any and every time something comes out, a little photo, a little blurb, an interview, whatever, a leak, we talk about it. Well, we kind of got a couple of pretty crazy things over the weekend, guys. Maybe you saw this, maybe you didn't. So this is a photo here. I made this in Photoshop. I worked really hard on this. Hope the AI doesn't take my job. Check this out. You've got a comic book panel on the left. That's Victor Von Doom with his face fixed. This is post-Secret Wars. I believe this is from the Bendis infamous Iron Man run, okay? On the right side of the panel, you have Sir Robert Downey Jr., looking like Walter Goggins. My God, that's a big forehead. And if you look at the hairstyle, okay, it is specifically and obviously totally different than what he had as Tony Stark. Okay? And many said this is probably his look for Doctor Doom. Now, I want to show you this. This photo, what is this? Well, this is an invitation to Robert Downey Jr.'s 60th birthday party. So Robert Downey Jr. went to a Kinko's and printed out this shit and sent it around to people. Now, here's the thing. This looks bad. This looks so fucking bad, okay? So, let's talk about it. If you're listening on the podcast, reminder, you can actually view the video version of the podcast through Spotify. It doesn't go up right away. It's usually a couple hours later. But if you're listening to this on a podcast, you can go watch what I'm talking about here on Spotify. Now, what am I looking at for those of you too lazy to switch over? I'm looking at a comic book inspired image of Doctor Doom. It's got all this like zipatone, weird, nostalgic looking stuff. And the thing that's weird about it is this version of Doctor Doom's wearing a purple cape with fur. He's got that curly hair that we literally just saw Downey have. A weird golden looking mask, almost like a Man in the Iron Mask thing, almost like an Iron Man look there. And he's in a tracksuit like the Bro Gang from Hawkeye. Now, there's some actual Doctor Dooms, probably Doombots, on the bottom of the image here in top hats. But this image sparked a lot of, concern. This came out on the internet before the photos that I showed you just a minute ago with his actual hairstyle. Please, for the love of God, Marvel, do not make this the actual look for Doctor Doom. And I don't think it is. I mean, chat, what do you think? There's no way, right? Like, there's no way. There's like no way this is the actual look for Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom. Here's the unfortunate thing, though. The hair is the same. The hair is the same. So I don't think there's a 0% chance this is what they're going to do, which is like, what? But let me talk about what I think is going on here. Okay, I'll give you a little copium here. I think this is probably just some wild invitation, potentially a crazy look for Doctor Doom that is either potentially in part of the movie or just something that Downey thought was really cool here. And he wanted to put this on his invitation. And if it's, maybe we could take comfort in the fact that there's some actual Doctor Dooms on here. Like there's the Doctor Doom in the top. There's the Doctor Doom at the bottom. We have the concept art, which shows a more traditional looking Doctor Doom, et cetera, et cetera. So there's a lot of reasons to feel that this is not what they are doing. I think it's probably just an invitation thing. Now, when it comes to the hair, I do believe this is the look for Victor Von Doom. And frankly, when I posted this, like, a lot of people were like, wait, what? What about his mask and costume? And I'm like, holy shit, listen. Of course, there are times in comics where Doctor Doom does not take the armor off at all. And I believe Brubaker sort of retconned some stuff to say that, like, the armor doesn't come off. But even way before that, like, there's a John Byrne issue, 258, I believe, of the Fantastic Four, where you're doing a day in the life with Victor, and he's taking the suit off and wash, getting washed and everything in Latveria. Point is, like, it was always obvious to me that Doctor Doom was going to take the mask off for a good bit of these films. I mean, I don't think you pay RDJ $100 million. He looks a lot like Iron Man. That's intentional. They're going to actually use that in the story. You don't pay him $100 million to, like, hide his face the whole time. That would be ridiculous. So I would imagine that, like in the infamous Iron Man run, or potentially even all the way back into, like, the John Byrne version of this character, he will be able to take his armor off. In fact, I'll go out on a limb here. I bet it's nanotech. I'm going to be real. I bet it's nanotech. I can't actually imagine it not being nanotech, but we'll see. We'll see. So I would imagine this face with that haircut, the curls, everything, I think that is Victor Von Doom. And I think you will see that exact face with the armor on, potentially without the armor on. I think that's what you're looking at here, okay? And I like it. I mean, he looks like Tony, but different, I think that's good because you want him to look close enough to Tony that he can pretend to be Tony and pretend to be a Tony variant, perhaps, and trick people. You want him to look enough like Tony that it evokes a reaction from the audience. It evokes a reaction from the other characters. You definitely want that. But he also has to look distinct enough that when you have a scene with the two of them together, which you will have, you need them to be distinct enough that they look like different characters, that they have a different feeling. So this is just one more part of the process of following along with this film. All of the speculation, the breakdowns, the leaks, the rumors, all of it. I personally believe this is your Victor Von Doom. It means the armor will come off and on. And I don't think, and I really hope, this is not the actual look here. I really, really, really hope that's not the look for Doctor Doom. Thanks for watching, and if you like this clip, smash a like on the actual video and subscribe to this channel. That way more of these clips get into your feed. I've also linked the full episode below if you want to check out the entire thing, including the Q&A we do with fans. You can also watch this show live. We do it live Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. And you can also find all of my content, including the videos I put on my main YouTube channel, on the podcast feed.